We are live!
Doesn't ring though.
Hi Rohit, how are you? Give me a 5.
I'm doing good. How are you doing this morning?
Very good, thank you very much. Very happy that you are here.
I'm happy actually. It's a privilege to be here.
Thank you very much. So we are here with Rohit today. Can you change the camera? So yeah, we are here with Rohit today with AIESEC in Hungary. It's a student organization that is international. But you know what? I think I will let you introduce the organization, right?
Okay. It's very broad how to put it. It's very difficult always to explain AIESEC to in a few words. But it's one of the largest youth-run organizations in the world. Young people completely between the age of 18 to 30 run this organization, and we facilitate cross-cultural exchanges, which means that we provide volunteering opportunities and internship opportunities all across the globe in more than 115 countries.
Wow, that's very simple. Actually, it's not that difficult. But let's start with the beginning then, right? So what AIESEC stands for, like the acronym?
Yeah, so AIESEC, the acronym itself is French. I'll try to say it, but because I'm not French itself, is Association des Internationales et Économiques Sciences. So that was the original name, and the short form was used because we became global as an organization. And why we came into existence is after the World War, when we understood that there were a lot of conflicts going on in the world, and 7 people from Europe, different countries, came together, and they thought that why this happened is because there was no understanding between people, that yes, we are from different countries and everything, but our reality is very same. And that is where they thought that if I go to some other country and if I understand what people are doing there, and if I understand them better, then there will be no conflict in the first place. And that is where they started.
Because you would be understanding each other, right?
Exactly. And that is something we still stand for, which is cross-cultural understanding, because we still feel like even in today's day, we are relevant as an organization because it is necessary to avoid conflicts. And that is why our vision is peace and fulfillment of humankind's potential, which means that for me personally, it means that humankind has endless possibilities and endless potential, something you cannot measure. The only way you can do is you can challenge it, and so people get better at themselves. And that is what we wish to achieve, and which is peace in the end. Yeah.
Very cool. And okay, obviously your accent gives us that you are from somewhere in the world, right? I mean, AIESEC is an international organization.
Yeah.
And you're definitely not from Hungary. Where are you from?
I'm from India.
Originally, which part of India?
So I'm from the central western part. It's a small city called Nashik. With a population of...
Which dialect or language do you speak?
I speak Marathi. It's my regional language. And then I speak Hindi, which is national language.
The national language, okay. So then we have there is a question that people always ask me as a Brazilian, and I always have to answer this. I already have my ready answer for this, but today I have the privilege of asking this for someone else, and that's so cool. So I'm really excited. Yeah. Why Hungary?
A lot of reasons. Firstly, because of the opportunity that it provided me. So being in a global organization, you can easily get access to opportunities in a lot of different countries. For me, luckily, I applied to work as external, like from Hungary, from India, sorry. And when I was working here with the person responsible for marketing here, that is where I was offered an opportunity to come here. So it was merely the opportunity. It wasn't the country itself. But later on, when I came here, what made me stay was the people in Hungary.
Ah, okay, that's very cool. So in AIESEC, you have opportunities to go and work in different countries, depending on what you want to do, right? So how does that work?
So we are a very dynamic organization, and I feel like we are the most fast-paced organization because the maximum role that you can have in AIESEC is 1 year. So every year, people take up on different opportunities, and they keep challenging, and they keep taking new roles to lead the organization. And this is when I started as a member when I joined 4 years ago, and right now I work as the head of digital experience for AIESEC in Hungary. So every year I was pushed in a way, because that is how the system works, that you take on new opportunities and develop yourself and challenge yourself, and that is what facilitates the entire organization. So every year you will see people leaving the organization and new people joining the organization. So how this organization is sustained is just by volunteers coming in and taking the responsibility of running the organization. So it's nothing that I've seen anywhere else before.
Yeah, it's very exquisite, let's say, in a sense. I myself, I worked in AIESEC. I worked for AIESEC for 5 years and plus, right? Because there is still the what we call the alumni years. And I keep doing some little stuff. I mentor one people here. Actually, next week I have a mentoring with one of the members from one of the local committees. So you know, it's very intense and full of opportunities kind of organization. But what kind of opportunities do we have inside AIESEC? I would like you to talk a little bit the opportunities inside the organization.
So,
So better yet, how do you develop these young people? Because I've been talking with other different student organizations in Hungary, so such as what's the name now? I talked to a few of them here. Or I'm sorry, guys, I just don't remember the names. But all of them has what? ESN. Yeah, I talked to ESN. I talked to the campus, not campus party. I always forget it's the first aid party, which is also. It looks like it's only a party, but it's like they are developing their communication skills, marketing, sales, and you know, organization of an event and this kind of stuff. All of these organizations, they have their own way of developing young people. And how does AIESEC do that? What is the unique way of AIESEC to actually develop young people?
It's a very good question actually, which comes from our core, which is leadership. So that is what we target to develop in every person at every level of the organization. How we do it is we have a model called the leadership development model. It is made by AIESECers itself, which has 4 elements which are very important for every leader to have, which is to be self-aware about who they are, what are their strengths and weaknesses, to empower others, which is to make sure that whenever you are in an environment, you understand the environment itself and you're empowering others as well to develop themselves. The third one is world citizen, which means that you understand what's going on in the world, what are the world issues, what is going good, and you're contributing to that. You're taking your self-initiation and developing and showing that as well. And yeah.
There is a fourth one.
And there's solution oriented, yeah. Which means that in every situation you're thinking about the solution, and whenever there is like a, what's the English word for it? Whenever there's a situation which is challenging, you don't take a step back, but you're actually talking about it and you're talking about the solutions, more about what the situation affected. So that is something that you portray in everything that you do. And this is something that we make sure that our members, that our team leaders, and this is tracked, that they develop and they showcase this. On top of that, we have AIESEC values as well that we want them to represent. And all of these together, this is something when you push people towards this, this is where all their personal development comes in. So if I say that I am empowering someone, that means that if I have a platform where I want someone to talk to 200 people, I'll push people that are members and who lack those skills. And that is where I'm empowering themselves to learn those communication skills, for example. Other than that, inside our organization itself, it works exactly like a corporation, like a corporate company, because we have a front office, we have a back office. So we have departments where we have marketing, we have finance, we have talent management or people management for that matter. We have products which we work in, which is like completely towards operations, operational work. So we have a lot of departments overall, and people, like their preferences taken into consideration when they join this organization, and what they want to do in their career and where they want to see. And this is how we adapt to their development inside the organization. If someone wants a career in marketing and they want to see that, then we would be promoting marketing opportunities inside the organization, where they could be working on marketing strategies for a year for the organization itself, where they would be working on digital platforms, physical platforms, and this is what facilitates their development as well. So we take into consideration what people want to do in their career, because in the end, we want to develop people and also give them what they want from the organization. So it's kind of a barter system.
You say that the organization also works as a corporation, right? In a corporation, every corporation or every company has a product. What is the core product of AIESEC?
So we have 3 core products. Those go completely towards our customers. Those are called Global Volunteer, which is volunteer opportunities all across the globe. Then we have Global Talent, which is professional internship opportunities. This goes usually from 6 months to 1 year of internship opportunities. And the third one is Global Entrepreneur, which is working in startups, so a more dynamic environment. And towards all of these, we have different stakeholders that we work with. So for Global Volunteer, we have partnered up and aligned to the global goals for United Nations, the 17 Sustainable Development Goals. So everything that we do, it actually contributes, every project that people are volunteering towards, it actually contributes to these world issues that we are targeting. Then when it comes towards global talent, this internship program, we have got major big corporate partners who are working with us. For example, Electrolux, for example, TCS, Tata Consultancy Services. We are working with DHL. So these are just a few names, and these are big partners that take interns from AIESEC, because they believe that the way we develop people, it is something add on to the fact that just your university education. And the third one is Global Entrepreneur, and this is something that is very booming right now. It's very trendy that people are getting more into entrepreneurship, and we provide opportunities in startups, and this is where people get to go to work in a startup and do an internship there, and also learn how internships in a dynamic environment work. So these are our 3 core products.
Very cool, very cool. And that's very nice. So you talk about leadership. So let me ask you a very tricky question. Okay. Tricky like Ricky. Okay. Yeah. So the tricky question is, what is leadership for you, Rohit?
For me, leadership is showing example. So it's as simple as that. Leadership is taking initiation and doing what I know is right, and that is what it is. The rest is up to people, because how I feel is how I as a leader treat my immediate environment. That's how my immediate environment treats the people around them, and that's how it's a ripple effect, I feel. So if I stand for something and I do it by example, this is what my immediate environment sees, and that's what they will do to their immediate environment.
That's very cool. There's actually a theory that says that you can only change what is, if you want to have a big impact, you have to start from what is around you, right?
Yes.
I don't remember exactly who said that, but anyways, it's a very nice theory, and I also believe in that. Okay, so how do I join AIESEC in Hungary? Like, where should I go in Hungary to join this organization and have the opportunity to actually develop all those skills that you just mentioned, such as communication, leadership, or for that matter, the departments that you mentioned, right? So people management or talent management, and finance and sales, because you said that you work together with corporations.
Yes.
And how do I go to an internship with AIESEC? Like, can you explain a little bit how can I do that? Like, either working for the organization or going into an internship?
Yeah, so it's very simple. I feel like in today's age, it has become extremely fast. So there's just a link that you need to fill, which is like that you are interested in joining the organization.
We are going to put it down.
And
we are going to put it down, the link.
yeah, we're going to put it down. It's aisec.hu/join. And it's a simple form showing that you are interested in joining. And we have local offices, which are 8 local offices right now, which is in BME, which is in Corvinus University, in BGE, there are 3 offices. We have in Kulkar, we have in CA or Godolo, we have 1 office in Pécs and Debrecen, and these are 8 offices. But each office is responsible for a lot of universities, and they take care of those universities. So we are present in almost every university. And how you wish to join the organization is you submit the form, which is aisec.hu/join, and we'll get in contact with you, and then we have an interview scheduled with you and an assessment, and to understand what you need from the organization, and will the organization be able to deliver you in the right manner. And then we recruit you, and then we start with the beautiful leadership journey.
How long have you been inside AIESEC?
As of now, 4 years, 4.5, yeah.
Good luck.
And it's still more time to go. Then I
Yeah.
don't.
You still feel that is relevant for you to continue inside the organization, right?
Yes, absolutely. So I think like the thing that I mentioned before is because every year you're taking on something new and you're learning something more than you actually know. And that is what I joined and I stayed in this organization, was that this personal development. It was every time it was something where I thought that, okay, I've achieved this. Every time there was like, okay, there's actually more that I need to do. Like, and then I can develop more.
There's
So
still
that,
something,
yeah.
right? Yeah.
Yeah, so there was something. And that's why I'm here. But yeah, to join that specific link, and when it comes to taking up on opportunities, we have a platform called AIESEC.org, which is our global platform, which is an open multi-sided platform where you can see all the opportunities. So there is no, you need to sign up to watch the opportunities. You can just go through every opportunity that you want. And if you're interested in something, then you make a profile to apply on that opportunity, and we take it from there, our representatives. Yeah.
Very good. Rohit, thank you very much for coming today. I hope that the organization, are we still in time, Balazs? Yeah. Okay, so thank you very much for coming today.
Thank you so much.
I leave this space for you to give any message you would like to send for the AIESECers around Hungary and or beyond. And whatever you want to say, the camera is yours.
Okay. Very tricky, but
Very tricky.
now this is tricky.
Now this is the
other
trick,
part
yeah.
was not tricky. I know, to my members, I always say like we need to keep doing our work, because and to know what we do and why we do it, and that's enough. And to put all our work into it, because in the end, every exchange that we are doing is every life that we are impacting, and it is a very powerful, powerful thing to have. So continue doing that, and I'll continue doing my part.
That's
And
great.
Yeah.
Thanks very much, man. Give me 5.
Yeah.
And that was it for today, guys. English title. See you next Wednesday.